Hello, hello. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this gloomy day in the high 10, Friday, October 30th, 2020. Happy Halloween to all of you ghosts and goblins out there. I'd like to bring you a horrific story out of Michigan. This is, once again, a crazy story that I have found on the internet, and bear with me. Is very gruesome details of a man being held hostage in a home. And if you need verification for the storyline, please log on to, Fox 2 Detroit. There is also a said video inside of the article that shows the two who tortured a man. They were arraigned in court. They were in jail, and they have pled not guilty to the alleged allegations against them by this man. This is very horrible news, but I'm going to bring it to you anyway, you guys. Inkster couple accused of torturing man with shock collar, breaking his teeth, burning his skin. Published 1 day ago. A couple in Inkster is accused of torturing a man who was living on their couch by putting a shock collar on him, whipping him with extension cords, and other disturbing acts. Police said they were called to report of a man hiding in bushes and apparently injured on October 22nd. The victim said he was assaulted at CBS on Telegraph in Dearborn and did not say at the time that he had been harmed in any other way. While at the hospital, he told police that he had been assaulted at a home on Burton Street in Inkster. When Inkster police arrived to talk to him, he told them he had been tortured and severely beaten by two people he's known for years. The victim told police his friends Vera Miller, 38, and Corey Hill, 30, took advantage of his situation. He told police he works at CBS and has known Miller for 11 years and Hill for 6 and has never had any issues with them. 4 months ago, he had no place to live, so he contacted Hill and Miller, who offered to let him sleep on their couch for $400 a month. He said they also asked for his bank account information so they could take the money out themselves. He agreed to it as he had known them, but said ever since they've taken every single paycheck from him. Additionally, he said Hill and Miller then put a dog shock collar on him, whipped him with extension cords, hit him with a wooden board, breaking out his front teeth, and forced his hand into boiling water. There is a photograph of both defendants in the said commentary. Corey Hill, 30, and Vera Miller, 38, are both charged with multiple counts of torture and unlawful imprisonment after a man says he was held by them for 4 months. He said they also would tie him to a chair and hold a lighter to his nipples to burn his skin off. As for who was responsible, he told police both of them, but Miller was slightly more aggressive. He said he was also forced to chew on a towel soaked with dog urine, and the couple would rarely feed him except for the occasional bologna sandwich. For months, he said the couple would drive with him in the back seat, but with the child locks engaged. When they would go into stores, they would take his pants and shoes and leave one of their children to watch him to make sure he stayed in the car. On October 22nd, the victim said Miller picked him up from his job at CBS and hit him in the face with a phone, busting his lip. He said she then drove to Hill's workplace, Beaumont Taylor, where Hill then assaulted him in the parking lot and broke his jaw. They then drove to Dollar Tree, Michigan, and John Daly, where the victim said he was so scared about what would happen if they got home that night that he climbed into the front seat and got out of the car. Amen. The victim said the woman's daughter, who also worked at CBS with him, tried to stop him from leaving the car, but he was able to get away from her. He told police he was terrified Hill and Miller would find him and his family and torture them. He also says that the reason he never tried to leave or report because he feared they would kill him, his family, or his children. Officers said the victim's body had scars, bruises, blisters, burns, cuts, scabs on his body, including face, chest, legs, stomach. His right hand was blistered, scabbed, and peeling from when he was forced to hold it in hot water. They also said he's missing 3 teeth. A woman walking in the house Wednesday claimed to be Miller's daughter. Fox 2, is there anything you want to say? There's nothing I need to say right now, she said. Fox 2, do you think that your mom is innocent? Yeah, I do, she said. She said she lived on and off at the home but claims to not know a thing. This is a safe place to be, she said. I don't understand what is going on. I really don't. She claimed a friend of the couple never lived in the house. Police interviewed both Hill and Miller on October 24th. Both were charged 2 days later with multiple counts of torture, unlawful imprisonment, and assault with intent to do great bodily harm. Both are being held on a $250,000 cash surety bond only. And you will read this said information in the article that it is a $250,000 bond, cash only. This news I'm bringing to you is by Fox 2 Detroit. What in the hell is wrong with these people? These are two African American people. The guy is younger than the woman. He's 30 years old. She's 38. The guy who's alleging these crimes against him knows these two people. As you see, he had a job. When I first read the article yesterday or whatever, I assumed he did not work. I just assumed he, was drawing maybe a Social Security check and needed a place to stay. Now they're saying, okay, in this article that he works at CVS. So here we go. Why in the hell would he even go back to this house after they start torturing him? That's first and foremost. Why even go back to the house? I don't care who I think they're going to try to kill. Find me first. Understand? And I notified my friends' family to let them know what went on in this house, as so they could look out for their safety. I also would have went to the police to tell them what was going on. I would have never given a person access to my bank account. That's number 2. Why would you give access to your bank account to these people? It doesn't matter if I know you, think I know you. You're not going to have access to my bank account. I'm a grown man. I work every day. Why in the hell would I give you access to my account? Everybody knows you don't give access to your bank account. Not now, not never. And 4 months of torture, and he held down a job. So that means he had some type of sense to hold down a job. And then he wastes this one moment to climb over the seat to escape. This is crazy to me. When you watch the video, you will see the news talking to two neighbors, two ladies who say they were just average people. They didn't fraternize with them. They complained about their car being parked in front of their home. That was the only interaction one lady had with them. And the other young lady says that they've seen a couple go over there, but they seem like normal people. Yeah. Well, hell, they weren't. How about that? Pookie and Shamika weren't friendly, kind. And for this daughter to give commentary about her mama and the mama's boyfriend or whatever, girl, go on somewhere. Because you probably was going in and out of that house and saw what was going on, and you kept your mouth closed too. Because what did I tell you all about people of like minds? They keep their mouths closed, no snitch rule, and they ride the ride too. I'm glad this man is safe. He is currently in a hospital, and he is also currently homeless. Once he gets out of the hospital, and they are frantically trying to find this man a place to live, the authorities. This is disturbing to me because this story takes me back to the story of what I brought to you all recently of a woman engaging with a couple, an older man and a younger woman in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and they take her in, but she didn't have anywhere to go. And when she gets there, they torture her and store her body in a freezer after torturing her and murdering her. And then someone decides to drop a dime on them about a dead body so many moons later. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? And then the police goes there. And then they come back the next morning with a search warrant and find her thrown out underneath the bed. So this guy was lucky to get away. He could have ended up like that lady in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, who wasn't so lucky to get away from her captors because they tortured her and beat her to death and stored her in a freezer for many months until somebody dropped the dime. And I still would like to know who that somebody is, because that means more than likely you're party to the BS too. Because how is it that all these months went by since December of 19, when they are suspecting the woman was murdered around Christmas, you just now want to come forward this summer and tell about a dead body being in this said house, and then the police go, execute a search warrant, and there's a dead body. Now we have this man in Inkster, Michigan, held by two friends allegedly, tortured, hand put in boiling water, not fed, shock collar around his neck, Dog shock collar? I've never heard of such. I've never even heard of a shock collar for a dog. If I have, I guess I haven't dwelled on it. This is insane to me. But the sad part is that he continued to go back to the house. Because you see, I thought he was held captive in the house to where he could not get out. He had no access to get out. I did not know he had a job and was able to go and come with them to the store, and they locked the doors of the car, put the car on child lock. Are you all hearing this? Now, I'm thinking this man has some type of mental disability that he would not even say to himself day one, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm running out of here. And I'm not looking back. And I don't care what happens. They'll have to kill me dead trying to escape. There's no way in hell you're going to allow me to roam outside that house, to go to a job, a store, anywhere, and think the hell I'm going to return. And I'm just being frank with you all. That man should have been out of there months ago. Johnny on the spot, day one. Frankly, I think this man needs to be mentally evaluated. And I'm not trying to throw shade to him as a victim, but what I am saying, there's no way I would have ever returned back to that house with these people. Because as I stated, I assumed he was locked in the house and didn't have a way out. But now we learn he was going freely to a job at CVS and also riding around in the car with them, with the car on child lock, and her children, it is stated that kept him locked in the car when they went in the store to shop. I'd have beat that girl down in that car. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying it. Because she's aiding in the kidnapping as well, keeping the man, a grown man, locked in the car. I don't think I got an age on this gentleman. I'm looking forward to seeing how old this man is, because this is insane to me. That this man didn't really put up a fight those first few months to get himself out this situation and to return to this home with these villains. You will see a photo of both suspects, the younger man and the older woman. Let me tell you something. Homegirl ain't nothing to scream about, and surely nothing to take home to meet mama. And the young man, I don't know what the hell your problem is, but you are foul and rank like her old tail. And any of the children, something wrong with you all as well. You're sinister as the mother and the boyfriend, because this is buffoonery and sickening. And it shows you how people can be easily coerced into going along with something, even when they have the free will to roam and go get themselves help and go call the authorities to let them know they have been tortured by two people. So this man needs prayers, because obviously there is something wrong with him. That he didn't try to get out of the situation and go get help from authorities and not return back to these people's homes. This is sad to me. Very sad to me. God bless America. You all mask up out there. Please go and vote next week. Your vote counts. Be accounted for. Stand account. You are worthy. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below. Thanks for joining the Queen on this chilly day in the high 10. Prayers for everyone. Prayers. We need prayer like ASAP, because this world is sad. I continuously bring you these wicked stories. It's to keep you aware that everyone is not your friend, not your neighbor, your coworker, your family, your loved one, your lover, spouse. You need to keep your eye on the prize. And the prize is you. Survival. Stay woke, America. There are some mean people out here, and they don't mind getting you gone, honey. And that's the spoken word. You all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Halloween to all of you. Please be safe. Be mindful of the children out trick-or-treating. If you see something, say something. Everyday shenanigans. Bye-bye.